This one now is called the passage of the steps. This one here. Passage of the steps. Steps. Just walking this one. Passage of the steps. So this one they used to bring in food materials all the way from the Indian Oceans. Ships could come and dock there, going to the old port. When they dock here, then they use these parts to bring in food materials to be kept here in the store. Also this one was acting as a store. They keep their food and medicine materials. The Portuguese.
Bringing the goods from where?
From the Indian Ocean. These passages have been closed. All passages have been closed by the corals. But we had the initial door for them to pass and go outside of the fort. Yes.
Now are they fishing?
Fishing was done here. I'll showcase you some of the pictorial pictures. Fishing was done here, just an indication that the staple food here was fish. Yes. And they were using these locals to fish. Yeah. The natives here, the locals, they were going to the Indian Ocean to fish. That's why their main staple food here was fish. Yes. I'll showcase you some of the doors that have been here since the year 1860. Made from mahogany tree. They have been here. Oldest door. Since the year 1860, mahogany tree is a hardwood tree, very strong. They have been here. I'll showcase you some of the models that are here. Very, very strong. Now again, fort because of the 4 doors also. Fort because of the 4 doors. The main entrance that we have just passed in, paying your ticketing, and also text is in clans to come into the fort and go outside the fort. Now we have the 3 doors acting as an exit to the Indian Ocean. I've showcased you the passage of the steps. That is the 3rd door. Now this is now the 2nd door called the passage of the arches. Arches because of the arc that has been formed this shape. Now this passage of the arches, it was used as a torture chamber. Where you find now the Arabs, they are using this one to take out the slaves to go and work into the Indian Ocean and also to foreign countries, whereby they were being taken as a point of no return. You have to be covered your face. You are not knowing where you are being taken to. So when you are being taken to, you don't know where you are heading to. This point. So they used these parts to take out the slaves to go and work into the Indian Ocean. Fishing activity was being partaken with these parts. And also they use these parts to bring in weapons such as cannons, guns, rifles, so that they can be kept in the ammunition storeroom. So this is now the coral I was telling you. Coral looks this way. This is very old, it's a dead matter. Corals, when they're inside the water, they do grow, varying the temperature, yeah? Yes. When they are out, they are dead. When they're inside, they are living things. So they do grow varying the temperature. Where you find sharks, whales, dolphins, they do feed on this coral, yeah? Yeah. From down there up there, it's 18 meters. Built by the Portuguese, it is 15 meters. Added 3 meters by the Arabs. Why? The Arabs were short, so they wanted to prevent these Portuguese from escaping. That's why you find the perimeter of the door, all of these doors are very short. When we enter some of the places, I tell you, mind your head, because the Portuguese were short.
Wow.
Now you find this room. When the Portuguese came here, they were using this one as a place where now they used to keep air weapons, such as cannons, rifles, and also the arrows. They were all kept here. But now when the British came here in the 1890, they used it in a different way. Where the captives, the local captives, they were enslaved here, acting as a prison. Their lives were very much difficult. I want to showcase you some of the trials by the locals here, trying to dig with their bare hands, trying to think they can dig this coral and try and escape, but no one could dig this coral and escape. We have some of the trials here on the wall.
Tried.
You can see we have some of the trials here. They are trying to dig with their bare hands.
Wow.
They are trying to dig with their bare hands, trying to think they can dig and escape and get out of the fort. But no one could dig this coral and escape, because corals are very hard. If it took them 3 years to dig and construct some of the rooms here in the fort. So you can imagine how these corals are very hard. So they tried digging with their bare hands, trying to dig and think that they can escape, but no one could dig this coral and escape. We have some of the trials also on the wall here. You can see these are some of the trials they were using. they were trying to dig because their life here were very difficult. Brutal conditions were here. Very brutal and harsh conditions were here. So that's why you find we have some of the trials by these locals. They are trying to dig this coral thing that they can escape because their lives here were very difficult. That's how this room was used as a torture room.
Torture room.
Yeah. That was at around 17th century to 16th century.
I have another question.
Yes, any question?
Who used to feed them?
To feed who?
Those slaves.